6. The Big Bang Theory plot holes that young Sheldon never fixed. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. Although young Sheldon's series finale may have explained a lot of the show's canon inconsistencies, the Big Bang Theory spin-off still left a few mysteries unresolved in its final outing. Young Sheldon's series finale finally brought the show's story full circle by skipping ahead in time. The finale revealed an older Sheldon putting the finishing touches on his memoir. In the process, young Sheldon gave viewers a glimpse of what his life was like after the Big Bang Theory's finale. Sheldon and Amy's children were mentioned, as was the Big Bang Theory's Penny. Leonard, notably, went unmentioned. This prompted a flurry of fan theories online, as viewers wondered whether Sheldon's failure to reference his friend meant that young Sheldon's series finale killed off Leonard. While this is a possibility, it is more likely that the series simply didn't have enough screen time to discuss what Leonard has been up to since the Big Bang Theory ended. After all, Howard, Raj, and Bernadette are never mentioned in the show's final episode. Even some of young Sheldon's own storylines were left unfinished, resulting in plot holes that opened a gap between the Big Bang Theory and young Sheldon. Dale was always a tricky character for young Sheldon to work around, since Mima's love interest was never mentioned in the Big Bang Theory. Mima's husband, Sheldon's grandfather Pop, was discussed in both shows. However, he died before young Sheldon's story began. By the time the spin-off started, Mima was single. During the show's 7-season run, Mima seriously dated both Dr. Sturgis and Dale. She ended up settling down with Dale, declaring her love for him in Season 7 when she started living in his home after her house was destroyed in young Sheldon's Season 6 finale. Dale's existence was never even acknowledged in the Big Bang Theory. Dale and Mima clearly meant a lot to each other, and although he often struggled to connect with her grandchildren, Dale gradually became a part of the Cooper family. His presence in the family home after George Sr.'s death and before the funeral proves just how much of a fixture he was in their lives. Yet Dale's existence was never even acknowledged in the earlier show. It would have been relatively unsurprising if young Sheldon's series finale revealed that he died before Mima given his advanced age. However, this could have been too dark. Instead, young Sheldon simply ignored him. On the topic of Mima's love interests, it was also strange that young Sheldon never addressed why Sheldon didn't mention Dr. Sturgis in the Big Bang Theory. Sturgis was a mentor to Sheldon, patiently helping him through the many trials of higher education when Sheldon first began college at a young age. The professor was both incredibly intelligent and a bright, friendly presence, but he also experienced periods of poor mental health during Sheldon's formative years. Sturgis's bout of depression after his work went unrecognized by the Nobel Committee could have even inspired Sheldon's obsessive lifelong drive to win a Nobel Prize. Despite this obvious connection, young Sheldon prioritized Mary's Big Bang Theory plot hole over explaining why Sheldon forgot all about Sturgis after leaving East Texas Tech. In the finale, Sheldon reluctantly gets baptized to help his mother cope with her grief over George Sr.'s death, but he never even mentions the major role Dr. Sturgis played in shaping his academic career. This was particularly jarring when Sheldon's disastrous party for Sturgis's Nobel announcement prompted the show's memorable flashback to the rest of the Big Bang Theory gang's childhoods. This is often viewed as one of the spin-off's most poignant moments. One major plot that young Sheldon never addressed was the reason behind Georgie and Mandy's canonical divorce. However, this decision is more understandable than most. Stars Montana Jordan and Emily Osment will soon reprise their roles in the young Sheldon spin-off Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. Since Georgie and Mandy's upcoming show will center on their marriage and its eventual breakdown, young Sheldon didn't need to reveal the source of their divorce yet. If anything, young Sheldon had to hide the cause of Mandy and Georgie's divorce to ensure that their spin-off had a compelling mystery at its core. Giving away the cause of their divorce would sap Georgie and Mandy's first marriage of its stakes and tension. During Georgie's first appearance in The Big Bang Theory, he made a passing reference to an unseen ex-wife. As such, viewers know Georgie's relationship with Mandy will eventually end in separation. However, Georgie and Mandy's relationship was surprisingly central to young Sheldon Season 7, with the show devoting a lot of screen time to their engagement and wedding. As such, the audience is now invested in the pair working things out. Giving away the cause of their divorce would sap Georgie and Mandy's first marriage of its stakes and tension, particularly when its title implies their divorce may not end their relationship permanently. Young Sheldon could have explained why Sheldon forgot Paige, but the series seemingly never got around to it. McKenna Grace's pivotal guest star was ignored by Season 7, and young Sheldon's series finale never mentioned Paige. Paige's role in young Sheldon made her absence from The Big Bang Theory weird, since she was an early rival, crush, and friend to Sheldon. Young Sheldon's cancellation means Paige's fate remains unresolved, even though Paige's final appearance wasn't a fitting goodbye. She barely even interacted with Sheldon, as her parents picked her up after a joyride with Missy ended in disaster. In recent seasons, Paige's life followed a darker path as she grew more rebellious and self-destructive. Throughout young Sheldon's first 6 seasons, Paige was an occasional presence who always played a major role in Sheldon's life. As Sheldon's friendship with Penny in The Big Bang Theory proved, he needed someone to help him shake up his routine and challenge his obstinacy. The playful, razor-sharp Paige fulfilled this role by acting as his crush, academic equal, and frenemy depending on the episode. In recent seasons, Paige's life followed a darker path as she grew more rebellious and self-destructive. Sadly, young Sheldon never explained whether this trajectory was turned around after her final appearance in the show. The supporting character did appear in The Big Bang Theory, but June Squibb's version of Meemaw had little in common with Annie Potts' character from young Sheldon. Where young Sheldon's Meemaw was a carefree rebel, The Big Bang Theory's version of the character was much more sedate, traditional, and stern. In young Sheldon, much humor came from just how different the pious Mary was compared from her daring grandmother. In contrast, The Big Bang Theory's Meemaw was an even sterner version of Mary, rather than a more playful presence. This off-screen change was somewhat justified, but never clearly articulated. While young Sheldon improved Meemaw's relationship with George Sr. shortly before he died, the spin-off only offered a minor explanation for her character shift. She was arrested for running an illegal gambling room, and her parole officer, Octavia Spencer's no-nonsense Rhonda, forced her to finally take responsibility for her actions. However, by the series finale, she was back to drinking beers at her son-in-law's grave and avoiding confrontations with Mary over Mary's intense piety and its effect on her children. In short, she was back to being the same immature Meemaw, rather than The Big Bang Theory's self-serious version of Sheldon's grandmother. It is tough to work out exactly how much young Sheldon Season 7 explained Sheldon's understanding of his father's alleged infidelity thanks to the show's structure. In The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon and Mary frequently referred to George Sr. as a dim-witted drunk and a philandering layabout. This was a slanderously inaccurate impression of a character who, throughout young Sheldon's 7 seasons, was the picture of decency. However, Mary's anger over George Sr.'s sudden death and her inability to blame God or fate explains why she directs her frustration at his memory. Sheldon's recollections are harder to unpack. In young Sheldon Season 7, viewers saw the vital context of George Sr. and Mary fooling around before Sheldon walked in on them. When young Sheldon Season 7 ended the storyline about Brenda and George Sr.'s potential affair, the series revealed that this alleged incident of infidelity never actually happened. Young Sheldon revealed that Sheldon didn't walk in on his father having an affair, but instead just misunderstood some innocent role play between his parents. During the Big Bang Theory's original run, Sheldon referred to this incident as a genuine affair and was completely unaware of his mistake. In Young Sheldon Season 7, viewers saw the vital context of George Sr. and Mary fooling around before Sheldon walked in on them. Sheldon may have found out the truth from his mother and included the vignette since it was an amusing misunderstanding. Thus, the viewer is left to wonder whether young Sheldon's narrator, the older version of Sheldon, found out the truth from his mother while writing his memoirs. It is unclear how much of the show is taken directly from Sheldon's memoir and how much is added in for the audience only. Sheldon may have found out the truth from his mother and included the vignette since it was an amusing misunderstanding. Alternatively, young Sheldon's narrator may still believe his father cheated, and the audience might be the only ones with the context to understand the Big Bang Theory hero's tragic mistake. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.